All right, I want to walk through this play. This is early in the game against the 49ers just because it kind of shows some of the stuff that they were trying to do. They knew Rodgers was looking to hit Devontae. They knew Devontae had given them a ton of problems earlier in the season. That it was his most targeted game against San Francisco. I think third highest yardage of the year, but highest targeted game. And so they were looking to take him away, and they're looking to, in taking him away, make things harder for Rodgers. Give him his first read and then take that first read away and then make him read concept side, which can become a little trickier. So we're going to look at kind of what they did here. And this is kind of a quads look. I call it quads, I guess. I don't know because there's four. I don't know if it counts because the running back's back here, but whatever. You got a 4x1. Now, typically what you're doing in that 4x1, that's terrible, is you got your concept side over here, so they're going to be running their concept, and then a man ISO'd over here. So the way that you typically read this is, if I like what I'm seeing over here, if I like the coverage, which right now, we'll show this in a second. Right now, it looks like it's too high. If I like the coverage, then I'm throwing ISO. That's my first look, and that's where the ball's going. If I don't like it, maybe I'll come back here late if everything else breaks down, but I'm looking over here. So it's basically what side of the field do I look to first? Do I like the isolation? Do I like the concept? That's kind of what you're doing. So what they're doing from a concept perspective, I think it's something like this. So maybe kind of a hook, dagger-ish, I don't know, like kind of a curl on the outside, deeper on the inside, and kind of an inner pushing one here, and then you've got a flat route, and then Devontae is just going to run kind of just a vertical route up the seam. And so right now it looks like, and Rodgers is kind of looking over there, it looks like too high. You got this guy here. And so against too high, that vertical route you don't really want, because what will happen is this guy will carry it up. He'll pick it up over the top, and you've got a shot to hit it. You can hit that. We've seen Rodgers hit it. John Gruden called that the turkey hole. Don't know if anyone else called it that, but that's what I've heard it called. And it's that hole shot in between the pass off of the cornerback and where the safety picks up. Now, what ends up happening, it looks like they're trying to disguise it. All right, he's sneaking down. So he's sneaking down. So what does that mean? This now looks like maybe you got one high, he probably rotates back single high, you're thinking now, which means I've got a man-to-man matchup with Devontae over there. And all he has to do is beat this man off the line. It's Devontae Adams. He can beat that guy off the line. So after he sees this sneaking down, and maybe, I don't have the sound here because all 22 doesn't come with a sound, maybe there's a cadence here. And the cadence kind of brings him up. And Rodgers says, all right, I've got him to show his hand before he's looking to show his hand. So now I know they're going to rotate back to single high. He's coming down into kind of a robber, or he's looking at the box, which means I got man-to-man. We got him now. So at the snap, buzzes out. And you can see Rodgers is reading this now. He's reading over there, and as he's reading, he sees, all right, this guy is now dropping out, which means this vertical route is out. I've gotten rid of that. So that was the first read. It makes it trickier now. He hits the back foot, and he's ready to throw, and he can't throw because you just can't do that. So now he kind of reads over here. I talked about this before. This is the concept side here. So again, you've got, kind of a curl, an in, and a vertical. When you're looking for the isolation routes, and that's the first way you look, you're not reading out the concept. So generally, if you're reading the concept, you will do, 1,000 different things, but you're looking down the middle of the field. You look pre-snap, you look post-snap. How did the picture change between pre-snap and post-snap? What's the safety doing? We already know what that safety's doing. What's the safety doing here? What are these linebackers? How are they dropping? Are they pulling up? Is one of them pulling out? Are they dropping into hook zones? Are they playing some kind of pattern match? And so he's carrying up the vertical with him playing over the top. You miss out on a lot of information if you're not reading the concept side because they're all planned. The routes are planned. It's a concept. You plan the routes out based on route distribution, and then with the movement, you're trying to open up windows through the reads, through the motion, through any number of different things. And so if you're reading the concept side, really, you need to read the concept. And so what happens is, and we'll show it again, Rodgers kind of looks over here to ISO. It's not there. Well, now he's a step behind because now he has to move over here, but he's not sure what all the defenders are doing over here. So he kind of half reads. He kind of takes a look and he just says, all right, they're all dropping back. I see these guys here. Instead of maybe trying to force something and maybe I miss someone, I'm just going to throw the check down to Aaron Jones in space. And it ends up going well. I think he picks up 9 yards on this because Aaron Jones is good. But again, we'll kind of watch, and you'll kind of see, we'll watch here, just watch how Rodgers kind of moves. Then we'll watch the other angle. You can kind of see how his head and how he kind of maneuvers after that first read is taken away. So it's gone, read, it's not there. It's a real quick throwaway because you'd prefer to do that, I guess more than 9 yards, prefer to do that rather than take some chance and saying, I assume this guy is here because you didn't see him move. Okay, we're going to watch his head, which you can't see because the spider cam's in the way. He's not looking down the middle of the field. When you first see that, what you initially do, if you're reading concept side, you maybe peek backside, but you're really looking here and you're checking maybe that safety over there. Because again, that middle of the field, what you're doing is you're seeing what's that movement there, and you can see the other stuff kind of sum out the peripheral there. What's that initial movement? Where are these guys dropping? What are the safeties doing? All of that. Rodgers doesn't get a chance to do that because he's looking at the ISO route. So once that's taken away, we'll see his head. Again, spider cam's in the way. He's looking Davante, covered up, comes back, doesn't really like what he's seeing over there. It's a little muddy. And so instead of just taking a chance, dump it down. So good job by the Niners to kind of muddy that up, take that first read away, show him something, show him a favorable matchup, and then take that matchup away, and then force him to kind of move off and get uncomfortable from what he wants to do. But also a good job by Rodgers to kind of see what's in front of him, say, all right, I'm not forcing anything out there. I know I've got a guy in space, and just take that check down quick. You get your check down quick, that gets him in space, gives him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.